The wedding hall was still filled with soft music and warm lights when Jungkook held Wan's hand. His eyes were full of so soft that it even made the guest whisper. He looked at her like she is his whole world. Wan gave a small smile, but inside her heart was shaking. Wan thought, what if he see me tonight? What if he does not like me? What if he gets disappointed? Jungkook entered the room quietly and closed the door behind him. His heartbeat was fast with excitement and nervousness. But then he stopped, his eyes softened. Van was already lying on the still in her wedding dress. No wait, she had changed into simple night outfit. Her back was facing him. Jungkook smiles gently. Jungkook thought she must be shy. He walked closer and sat on the. Then he slowly behind her, careful not to startle her. The moment he placed his face near her sent him. His mind went crazy, his heart softened. He placed a small on her, slow and gentle, but she did not move. Jungkook frowned a little. Jungkook thought, is she pretending or did she really fall? Princess, he whispered softly in her ear, but no response. He sighed in disappointment, his voice low and sad. I think she is really tired. She must have been standing all day. Jungkook moved back a little and on his side, giving a space, even though all he wanted was to hold her tightly. He glanced at her again, eyes full of and a little sadness. I wanted to you tonight. He whispered to the quiet room, but it's okay, I'll wait. He closed his eyes, not knowing the truth that one was not. She was awake. Her heart was beating fast, her fingers clutching the blanket. One thought, I'm scared. If he sees me properly, he might not like me. I don't want to disappoint him. A silent tear slipped down her cheek. Next morning, the sunlight came slowly into the room, and Jungkook was already awake, lying on his side, watching a while peacefully. He did not go to the office. Not today, not after their first. He wanted to spend the whole day with her. She looked tired yesterday. I don't want to leave her alone. He thought. Vine was standing near the preparing a lunch. The smell of rice filled the kitchen. She was focused, her hair tied up, her movements gentle, but her heart was beating fast because she kept feeling a Jungkook's presence in the house. Suddenly, strong arm wrapped around her from behind once, her stomach filled with butterflies. Good morning, princess, Jungkook whispered, resting his on her. Uncle, good morning, she whispered back, her voice shaky. Jungkook inhaled her scent again, closing his eyes for a moment. What are you making? He asked softly, his brushing near her ear. Fried rice with some side dishes. One answered, her voice still trembling. Jungkook hummed, tightening his arms around her. The sounds made once. She turned her head slightly and their eyes met. For a moment it felt like the world became quiet. Jungkook leaned forward slowly, his nose against her, soft, teasing, and affectionate. Wine blinked shyly, cheeks. He pulled back slightly, smiling at her as if she was the most precious thing he had ever seen. Wine quickly turned around, pretending to focus on the food. Let me cook the food, she whispered, trying to free herself from his hold. Jungkook let her go immediately, his smile gentle and understanding. Okay, he said, raising his hands in, still smiling like a fool who was in. He leaned against a counter, watching her with soft eyes, full of she did not know she deserved. The house was quiet. The The lights dim and Van sat beside Jungkook on the soft couch in their theater room. They had a finished dinner and were now watching a movie together. Jungkook's arm was resting casually behind her, and Van was trying her best to act normal. Everything was fine until a scene appeared on the screen. The couple, the music soft, and Vine's cheeks turned bright red. Her heart began beating so fast she thought Jungkook might hear it. Slowly, shyly, she turned her head to look at him, but Jungkook was already staring at her, not at the screen, at her. His gaze filled with awe. She still could not believe was for her. That alone made her feel. Van thought, how I am the wife of the man. Before she could think anything more, Jungkook leaned in slowly. His eyes dropped to her, then her, soft at first, then like he had been waiting for this moment since their wedding night. He pulled her into his without breaking the one hand on her, the other gently holding the back of her head, won him back, forgetting every single insecurity for a moment, forgetting everything except him. Jungkook then stood up, lifting her slightly, still her, and carried her toward the vans, made the fluffy mattress soft and her, Jungkook above her again slow, emotional. After a moment, he pulled away just enough to his eyes with a. He sat up slightly, and in one smooth motion, he removed his t-shirt and tossed it aside. Once he leaned down again and captured her once more. Her hands reached up, holding onto him, completely lost in the moment, while her Jungkook's hand slowly moved to the strap of her dress, ready to remove it. But suddenly, Vayan, her heart squeezed. She grabbed his wrist, stopping him instantly, realizing where this was going, realizing he would see her. A wave of insecurity, her so fast her eyes started stinging. Jungkook, wait, she whispered, her voice shaking. Jungkook immediately froze, pulling back, wide eyes searching her face. Hey, just what happened? He asked gently, but calming himself. Once followed, her fingers still gripping his. I'm not ready, she whispered, eyes dropping, fear and insecurity filling her voice. Jungkook's expression softened, completely turning into pure concern, and he cuffed her cheek softly. Look at me. Jungkook's eyes softened as he held her face gently. Are you okay, princess? He whispered, his thumb brushing her cheek. Wan nodded weakly, but her eyes were full of I'm not good looking, she said, her voice trembling. Jungkook froze, confusion filling his face. What do you mean? He asked softly, cupping her cheeks with both hands, making her look at him. Van hesitated, her throat felt tight, her eyes. Slowly she whispered the words she had been hiding since their wedding night. I don't think you will feel I am not beautiful. The word Jungkook's heart, he stared at her in disbelief, anger, sadness, but all of it for her, not at her. He whispered, no, don't ever think like that. He pulled her closer, gently holding her face like she was something fragile and precious. Jungkook whispered with so much sincerity that Vines cocked everything about you, and you are the most beautiful woman. His voice broke slightly. It to me that you think something else. He shifted closer and gently guided her onto his hands soft, careful. Van said that timidly, her eyes lowered, but she started again, voice small but Jungkook placed his finger on her, instantly stopping her words. No, his tone was firm but filled with her. I don't want to hear anything bad about my wife. Hmm? One blink surprise. Jungkook leaned in, joining his forehead with hers. She is the most beautiful woman, he whispered. The only one who can make my heart go crazy. His arms tightened just a little around her, as if making sure she felt secure and Wine's eyes filled with tears, not of sadness but of she had never felt before. Van wrapped her arms around Jungkook, hugging him tightly. Her face pressed into his shoulder, her shaky but calm now. For the first time, she did not feel not enough. For the first time, she believed his words. Jungkook closed his eyes as he hugged her back, relieved, happy, grateful that she was not hating herself anymore. He rubbed her back slowly while whispering, "That's my. You don't know how precious you are." After a long moment, Van pulled back slightly. Her cheeks were red, her eyes soft, her trembling shyly. She looked into his eyes, then whispered so quietly he almost did not hear it. Jungkook. Jungkook froze for a second, his heart skipping a beat. Then a slow smile spread on his face, full of not. He cupped her cheek gently. "As my wife won't," he whispered, her forehead softly. Finally, after hours, they both fall in each other's arms. Jungkook even in hold one like she's the only thing keeping him.